Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey everybody, this is Johnny Beane. Live, it is 4:30, 2021, 8:08 p.m. Eastern, 5:08 Pacific. Here we are. Right on time. Probably.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Hannon.
Wait a minute. Who do we have here?
Good evening.
We have our buddy Cameron Brown all the way from Scotland. It's like 9 in the morning over there.
9 in the morning.
Hey, man.
That's good. I'm trying to figure out how to get the chat up. I've totally forgotten how to do that on this thing.
That's a question you probably should have asked a couple minutes ago.
We've been sitting there for half an hour.
So you open up YouTube on a separate window, right? Or tab or whatever.
Yep.
And go to the video and then do the pop-out chat. But hey, make sure you pause the video. Otherwise, you'll hear us. Echo.
Yeah.
There we go.
But hey, welcome everybody. Please subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you dig this stuff, especially if you love Van Halen. We like to talk about Van Halen on Fridays. And here we are. We've got a bunch of stuff. For you guys tonight. Okay, there's Nightbot. Awesome. We are live here on YouTube where we have channel members. And if you'd like to become a channel member, click the join button. It's right below the thumbs up button. We're currently at 20. I just saw that. Thank you.
Hey now.
And the top tier of channel membership here on YouTube is the executive producers, or are the executive producers. I think that's the correct way to say it. Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B., Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, The Chad, James Gum, David Shigemori, Michael Smith, Stephen Franklin, Dad Halen, John Moronic, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael. Those are the executive producers, the big bosses here on Johnny Beane TV on YouTube. And again, if you'd like to become a channel member, click the join button below. You get extra perks, extra videos. You get your name in green in the chat. You get little emojis next to your name. You get access to special emojis, like John BL emojis. He's the host of our Saturday night show. There's some John BLs in the chat. Carol Hatcher is a channel member.
She's in the chat. She's actually downstairs right now.
Hey, Carol. Hey, welcome. You notice her name is in green, and she has a little guitar icon next to her name. That's channel membership for you. And we are also a podcast, so you can listen to these shows over on iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Apple, radio.com. Probably anywhere you get your podcast, you can subscribe, or you can just Google Johnny Beane Podcast, and that'll take you right there. I'm finally caught up with the podcast. So starting after tonight, you go over there, and today's episode is there.
Wait a second. So today's episode is there now, so they can go over there and listen to this right now before it even happens?
I
we're
wish.
Working on some futuristic crap here. I'll tell you that much right now.
I wish. That's a little different.
Like baseballs, right?
That's a little different. No, I was backed up with the podcast like for weeks, and so if any of you guys follow me on Twitter at Johnny Beane, you may have noticed a bunch of tweets coming out past couple of days of all these older episodes. That's what those were. That was me catching up on the podcast, because anytime I upload a new episode, it goes right out to Twitter.
Ooh.
So after the show tonight, I'll be sitting here and I'll podcast this current episode, and so it'll be available again. So make sure you subscribe. And we are also live on Johnny Beane TV on Facebook, where we have Facebook Stars. It's a digital gift that helps with the production of these shows. So if you're watching from Johnny Beane TV page on Facebook, consider some stars. And if you haven't liked the page yet, make sure you give it a like. There's the handle right there at Johnny Beane TV. And man, the introductions are getting longer and longer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break these up like during the show, so the whole first 20 minutes isn't this.
Yeah. But on playback though, this is where you want to do it. And we just got a new member. I just saw Crazy Cook 678. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
I guess you gotta hit this with that one.
Actually, if I look on YouTube, it'll actually tell me. It'll tell me because he was a member already. Top of the world. Thank you, man.
Oh, so he bumped it up. So he likes the content that he's getting. He wants more.
He's now an executive producer.
Yeah. So he's gonna tell us what to do.
So now when I read that, tomorrow night when we read that beginning, Crazy Cook 678's name will be in the list there. So
Awesome.
thank you, man. Couple more, and then we'll be good. We're also live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where we are. I'll say by tomorrow we'll be at 50,000 members. By tomorrow, it's just been growing and growing and growing, and it's becoming one of the best Van Halen groups on Facebook. I mean, the content. In there, the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
the discussions, it's just amazing, and I think some people in here can what's the word, John Beal, attest to that. So make sure to follow the group in Facebook. Nightbot should have the link for you right now, hopefully. So, yeah, if you like Van Halen, this is the place you want to be on YouTube, and that is the place you want to be on Facebook. All right, 2 more, and then we're ready. Johnny Beane TV on Facebook. Again, you can leave some stars. That basically, it's like shout-outs, it gets your name seen, helps support the channel, and leave a review over there. I've had that page for like 11 years, and I've yet to have one review.
Oh, John. Oh.
So, I know it's pathetic. So hey, you might be the first. So jump over there. Nightbot should have the link in the chat. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Nightbot. Where is it? Where are we? Right there. Yeah, leave a quick short review on the page. It can be about these videos. It could be about the guitar lessons I've done over the years. Just anything Johnny Beane TV. You can mention over there. Okay, one more thing, and then we're done. And then the show's over.
Yeah, Stephen Franklin said, "You want me to leave a crap review right now?" Or crap?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Leave a crap review, but give it 5 stars. We'll do like
okay. Okay, and finally, I have an Amazon store. So check me out on Amazon. Brand new. Okay, let me think. What's the thing for that? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's this one. There we go. That should be it right there. So give me a follow over on Amazon. And actually, I was over there this morning already. So, but check it out, brand new. Amazon.com/shop/Johnny Beane.
You sell like chicken eggs on there?
Yes.
Cool.
As long as they're on Amazon. All right. Here we go. Oh, by the way, check out the Locato wireless. All right. Here it is. Cameron, what's man, it's like 4:00 there now, man.
4:00. Yeah, man, it's pretty
Is
late,
it?
but no, man, it's 20 past
1:18,
1.
1:19.
Oh.
Not too bad. I was still up at like, I was just telling Johnny J before we went live, I was still up at like 7 a.m. this morning because some guy decided that it would be a good idea to try and phone me over Instagram, so could not get back to sleep.
Well, the funny thing about that is last night at like what must have been 1:40 something here.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to go to bed and I opened up Messenger and I saw the little green light next to Cameron's name and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what time? So I friggin' messaged Cameron. I'm like, what the hell are you doing up? And he told me the same thing. Somebody messaged him and woke him up. So
Honestly, man.
Wow.
It was something stupid as well. It was literally about like guitar strings or like a pick or something like that. It's like, dude, what pick do you use? It's like, oh man, like you couldn't just find that out by looking at my page, like right at the top in the bio where it tells you all of that stuff. But you know, what can you do?
man. CK says, I like this kid's accent. Scottish? No, he's from West Virginia.
Well, it's 1:20 in the morning in West Virginia.
So you got any licks for us, Cameron? Because I know you're all hooked in.
I'll play some.
Oh, now it's not going to work, huh?
I bet it won't. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Did it work? I hope it worked.
Yes, it did.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is kind of like Wayne's World, huh? Somebody said it's like Wayne's World. Party time, you guys.
So how long have you had that guitar?
This one, I think I got it in like September last year or August, something like that. Can't remember. It's basically been my main guitar since then.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically Sir have an artist called Matthias Asato, and I really liked his guitar, but I don't like rosewood, so I got them to make it out of like a roasted bird's eye neck instead. And,
Look at that neck. Can you hold it a little close? Oh my God! Look at that thing.
Super nice, man. I asked them to make it a little beaten up though. I didn't want a pristine pink guitar, you know. I kind of wanted it a little beat up looking, but yeah, sounds so good. It's definitely the best sounding guitar I have.
And it's made out of what?
Awesome.
This one's alder.
It's made out of wood. Yeah.
Wood. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm getting summoned. I'll be right back. I apologize, everybody.
It's okay.
Man, so you have a guitar made out of wood. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, hey, we got people watching us. Dude, Majestic PB and J Cat is here. Nightbot, of course. CC is here. Andy Hatcher. CK, Jeff T, Kurt 5150, Stephen Franklin, Jeff. Okay, I read that one. Crazy Cook 678 again. Executive producer. We gotta sit up straight for these guys, man. Mike Neese, Thomas Santiago, Mr. Hellstorm 74 is here. Charles Green, dude. Oh, I've got some unboxings tonight that we're gonna do, and it'll be awesome. Fruitcake Tony is here. Let's see. I'm scrolling up. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from tonight. That way we'll see some names. So yeah, so I've got some unboxings. Cameron is here. Anything Van Halen you guys want to talk about in the chat, just tag us. Where's last one, I promise. Any super chats that come in change the color of my lights. So if you'd like to help support the channel, consider sending a super chat, and your name and comment or question will be highlighted. So these lights right there, they will magically change to whatever the tier of the super chat. What else? What else? And we're going to talk about the Fair Warning record. Yesterday was the 40th anniversary of this album, and a lot of fans consider this to be one of the best. You know, although when the album came out, it wasn't considered their best album. It was like their worst selling record, I think, when it was released. But over the years, fans have grown to love this album. It contains at least a few songs on here that are just classics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that everybody knows. And it has a very interesting album cover as well.
Yeah, it's definitely the darkest Van Halen cover and artwork on any record, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Totally. Yeah, so we'll talk about this, and anybody in the chat, if you want to chime in on this, let us know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's still, I think, to this day, besides, well, out of the first 10 Van Halen studio albums, it's the lowest selling, correct? Up through Balance. Van Halen 1 through Balance. I believe it's as far as sales, album sales, I think it's the lowest, which is crazy because you're right. A lot of people, especially a lot of guitar players, they feel Fair Warnings is their best record.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't argue it, you know. It's one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. But you can't argue the fact that, you know, that it could be. If that makes any sense. It's got some of the... Go ahead.
It's not your favorite, but it could be. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
For me, I kind of go back and forth between Women and Children First and Fair Warning.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, 1984 and Diver Down and all of them. But no, it's definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it has the coolest / best intro of a song. Thanks, Johnny. I mean, the intro to Mean Street is one of the coolest things ever played on guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's and then when the riff comes in too, it's like it is one of those records. It has a different vibe to it. Like when I listen to Fair Warning compared to any other Van Halen album, it definitely has a different vibe to it. You know, you get into a different mood when you listen to Fair Warning. A little darker, obviously. A little more serious. You know, definitely a little more serious.
It's, I don't know, man. It's Randy Price. After about 7 months of waiting, my Frankie will be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Oh, it'll be a Johnny's address. Oh, okay, cool. So, Cameron, I know that you know, you're not as young as Johnny and I, or Johnny and me, but when was how old were you? Because obviously you were born the year Balance came out.
Yep.
So let's go through a quick order of Van Halen albums that you were kind of, because I know your father had a lot to do, obviously, with. Is this a Sprite commercial that we're looking? Are you endorsed by Sprite? I see the product placement right there.
Right.
Anyway, we will not bow to any sponsor. So what's the order? I mean, I already know kind of a lot of this, but what's the order of like the Van Halen albums that you were, you know, kind of subjected to?
I pretty much got like Van Halen 1, 2, and 1984 all at the same time. but 1984 was the one that stood out for me because of the music videos. I saw like the Panama video and like the breakdown bit after the solo. That's when I like decided that I wanted to be a guitar player. But obviously Eruption from the first Van Halen record, you let anybody hear that who's interested in guitar and they want to be able to learn it, kind of thing. But yeah, I'd probably say between 1984 and Van Halen 1 were the ones that started it, but as I've grown up a little more, I actually prefer Van Halen 2 to the first album just because of the tones and stuff. But 1984 is always going to be my favorite one for sure.
So a lot of it had to do with MTV, huh? Well, not MTV on your end, because by 95, when you were born, by the time you were old enough to really remember MTV, they were already on to crap, right?
Yeah, I never really watched MTV. It was like,
but it's the music videos from what, YouTube? Is that what you're saying?
No, we had it was actually my dad's birthday, and my mum bought my dad this like Van Halen. It's called like Van Halen Volume 1 like DVD, and it's like it's actually down there somewhere. But it's got like all the music videos from the first one's Jump, and then it goes all the way through to the last one that you see is from Van Halen 3, like with Without You or something.
Oh yeah, the DVD.
The DVD.
The DVD.
The DVD had Without You. I'm thinking the VHS didn't.
Yeah.
Right, John Biel? That's what I'm thinking. Because the
That was the
DVD
one.
came out later, I think.
The DVD.
But yeah, I watched that like every single night, and then I think maybe about a year or two after that, my dad brought home Live Without a Net, and that was it. And that was like obsessed with Van Halen after that. I watched Live Without a Net every single night as a kid, up until I was like 18.
And Cameron, you told me a fun story not too long ago that at one point your dad, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but your dad heard you watching Live Out of Net, and it was like late or something like that, and he was going up to tell you to like turn it off.
Yeah.
And it was actually you playing Eruption. The solo from the video.
I used to watch it like every single night after school, and he came up the stairs because he was like, "Oh, well, you turn that thing off. I've heard it like a million times," kind of thing. And they came up and he opened the door, and I was like sitting playing guitar, and the DVD was paused. And he was kind of like, "Hang on, is that you sitting playing that?" And he was like, I was like, "Yeah," and I showed him, and he was like, "I'll be right back." And then he went and grabbed his guitar, and he was like, "Right, you teach me how to do that." Kind of thing. So, that was pretty much it. But I noticed in the chat, Randy Price said that Humans Being's the last video. He's right. I totally forgot about that. And I actually watched that video so much when I was younger that I noticed Eddie Van Halen snaps a string on one of the solo parts. He's playing, you just see like a string like hanging in the Humans Being video. But I noticed that. I was always like, because when I was a kid, I never knew that music videos like weren't live. I didn't know that they were mimed or anything like that. So I was like, "How's he still playing that and a string snapped?" You know, like kind of blew my mind.
That happens in the Pound Cake video too.
Does it?
He breaks a string. Yeah,
Wow.
there's more footage that I saw recently of him where he's actually like showing it, like he's actually has the broken string. He's like showing it off. Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
False flag. Thank you so much, man. Fair warning all day. EVH was just on fire. Yeah, man. Yeah, that the guitar in that record was definitely that was a turning point in the band.
I've actually got another funny story kind of just popped into my mind. It's the is it the When It's Love video or something? Eddie's like playing, like I think it's at the start of the video or at some point in the video he basically does that thing, you know, with the Floyd Rose where he like spins the bar and it's kind of just like spinning around, like, you know, obviously it doesn't come off that way 'cause it's not like a screwing thing. I had a Fender Squire, that was my first guitar, and I tried to do that when I was watching the video, and I remember getting really like angry because every time I'd done it, like the bar would just come flying off the guitar because it was like a screwing thing. So yeah, that's another one from my childhood.
Yeah, that was the very end of the When It's Love video.
Yeah,
The very end. He twirls the bar. And actually, the very, very end of that video, if you ever get to see the very, very end of it, they all do like pinky, what do you call it?
Pinky promise?
Pinky. They all do pinky promises, which it might be cut out, like it fades out. If you saw the video on MTV back in the day, if they ever showed it all the way through, that's what you see.
Yeah.
Andy Hatcher, are you related to my in-laws?
Andy, are you downstairs?
Yeah, you're downstairs too with my wife's family.
Oh, he's not far away from me. He's in Glasgow, so he's like an
cool.
hour away from where I am.
Oh, well, come on over.
Yeah, Cameron will move the amps out so you can sit there. Gary, it's funny you mentioned the bar thing, like doing something that you saw another guitar player do, and you're trying to do it and you get pissed.
Yeah.
So my first guitar was a Harmony, a piece of crap white Harmony guitar. I've told this story many times as far as what the guitar was. So, remember in the back in the day, the cool thing was, to spin the guitar around, and have it come back around you.
Yeah.
So 2 things about that. The first time, I didn't try it yet, but I was in the basement. My mom was sitting there on the couch, and I was, just trying to play anything at the time. And I was showing my mom, I'm like, hey, did you ever see those guys take the guitar and they spin it around? And it's kind of like our basement was kind of like this, where we had a fan with a light, on it.
Oh no. And
I lifted the guitar up right into the light. The thing exploded. Yeah. But my mom actually laughed, My dad was pissed, but my mom thought it was kind of funny. And then literally a few days later, I was walking up to my cousin's house with my guitar around me. And in the grass, I tried doing it. Well, the strap I had was a total piece of crap on the thing. It came right off the strap, head first into my neighbor's grass. And nothing happened to it, probably because it was such a big piece of crap anyway. It's like, well, we're not gonna ruin your guitar because it's already garbage. So,
Man.
But that might have been the last time I ever attempted doing that.
That's one thing I've never tried, man.
I've never tried that either.
Never tried that.
It's scary, man.
Because none of my guitar heroes ever did that. You never saw Eddie do that. You never saw Andy Summers do that. So my guys never did that. If I would have been like a Steve Vai guy, then yeah, I probably would have been.
Probably why I tried it, because obviously in all his videos he was doing it. Then when you watch him play with Roth, like there's those bootlegs out there and stuff. He's got the guitar by the strap, and he's spinning it around like a cowboy.
He's spinning around that heart guitar,
cutting people's heads off. Like a big propeller.
Oh my gosh, Black Salami! Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
That's Beane. She's trolling us from downstairs too.
Man, speaking of Vi and the Yankee Rose and the Skyscraper, yeah, I've watched some bootleg videos of those tours because I didn't see them live then, and it's pretty interesting, because I'd never seen a lot of that stuff like all the way through. I was always camp Van Halen.
Yeah.
I liked Roth when he was in Van Halen. When he was solo, it wasn't nearly, my thing. So
I liked it. I mean, I was young, but then again, my brother, same, anything he liked at the time I was listening to or liking as well. So, when that Yankee Rose video came on MTV, I was like, this is awesome. So it wasn't at the time, at the point you're like too young to really like pick sides and like, oh, well, he's not in Van Halen anymore, so I don't like him, or the other way around. It was all like, it was cool. So when you watch, I think it was it the Detroit Eat 'em and Smile tour? I think it's Detroit. I could be wrong. But the first thing, Greg Bissonette is totally cooking on the drums. Like those songs are so fast. It's like, oh my God, how are these guys even playing that stuff? And then when you hear, I think Panama might have been the first. Again, I could be wrong on this. I'd have to go back and watch it. But Panama might be the first Van Halen song that they play. And it's crazy hearing Roth play something that's not right. It's like, or Vi. It's crazy hearing Vi play, Panama. And you're like, wow, that's That's not even close to what Eddie was playing, you know?
Because he plays them more in his style.
Yeah,
I think.
and I respect that. I thought that was actually cool. He wasn't trying to mimic everything that Eddie did, which is cool. I mean, but me, I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, he's not playing that right. But then again, he probably could play it right if he wanted to, you know?
But for you and Steve Vai fans out there, I'm sure it's cool because you get, well, okay, maybe not, but
go ahead.
Because you get the Van Halen part of it, but you also get the Steve Vai version of it, and you guys that are Vai fans, you love him for his sound, for his style. So you get a combination of the two, sort of.
I thought I was gonna dig it, but you know what? You know what's funny about it? It was missing, like any of the Van Halen songs that they played that night on that show. The guitar, it was missing that edge, that you know, that little bit of like, you know, just like F you to it. You know what I mean? Like Vai didn't have that attitude on those riffs like Eddie did. It was weird, you know, because obviously,
well, plus he had to play them. You know, he was Roth's guitar player, so he had to play them. You know, that's the way Roth approved it in rehearsals. So he'd have to stick. You know, you'd have to think of it that way too.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, do you guys want to talk for what? Talking Roth for a few minutes is not close enough to Van Halen. Okay, Unchained came before Panama in the '86 Roth show. Of course, Fruitcake Tony would know that.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Tony.
I think
it depends. I mean, you know, you're talking about, you know, if anybody plays somebody else's song, and Cameron and I talk about this as well, about, you know, people that play, you know, Van Halen stuff, like riffs that a certain guitarist wrote. You know, there's little nuances that they have to their playing that are very unique that a lot of people, you know, it's hard to pick up on a lot of that stuff. Little tiny things that each of us do that when somebody else tries to mimic it or play it like that, they miss certain things. And it's just how it is.
Yeah. I think one thing that you notice in quite a lot of videos, guitar players doing Eddie Van Halen stuff is they don't pick hard enough. Like he really like dug in with the strings and stuff. And a lot of guys don't do that enough, you know. It's kind of like they're tickling the strings as opposed to like whacking them, you know, like you're supposed to. But
tickling them.
Yeah. I've never. I remember. I think when I was a kid, I used to do that, and I remember my dad getting like really, not angry with me, but just being like, "Come on, man! Like, you know, it's a guitar. You're supposed to beat the thing. You're not supposed to just like you know." So definitely, that helped out with that kind of stuff. But yeah. Talking about Roth albums, the one that Jason Becker played on, I quite like that one. I forgot what it's called. Is it Showtime or something like that?
A Little Ain't Enough.
A Little Ain't Enough. That's the one. Yeah.
And isn't that the one that Bob Rock produced? Right? Or am I wrong on that one?
John Biel, where are you? Maybe.
That's the one with the big snare drum because it has that signature, you know, Bob Rock snare drum.
Oh, it sounds so good, man. Such a good album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool riffs on it and stuff. Again, Jason Becker's like, I can't remember who it was that interviewed him. I think it's a guy called like, is it Jazz Obrecht or Yaz Obrecht? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Jazz Obrecht, yeah. It could have been, yeah.
There's an interview of like a phone interview on YouTube where he's talking to Jason, and so, you know, Jazz says to him, "Are you nervous that you're following in the footsteps of like Eddie and Vai?" And he's like, "Well, nah, because you know I do my thing, sort of thing. You know, like you know, people don't want another Eddie Van Halen or another Vai. They kind of want me to do like my thing, if that makes sense." And you know, it's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to go, because you don't want to be, otherwise it's like a cover band.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you know, if you're playing, you know, somebody else's licks, you know, exactly the way, you know, they do it. You know.
And that was basically what Roth was in when I saw the Sam and Dave tour in, you know, whatever the hell, 2002 or 3, whatever, 2001, whatever the hell year.
02.
Yeah, it was literally a Van Halen cover band with David Lee Roth singing. You know, it was I mean, it was awesome to see that because I had never seen Roth live before. You know, my first concert in general was '93 Van Halen. So it was awesome. I wanted to go and see Roth more than I wanted to see Sammy at that show. And Roth actually opened up that one. And, you know, it was cool. But when I think back, like, I thought Sammy's stage, like the show itself was cool. It was like a big party on stage, you know, everybody on stage with him in the back.
It was more fun.
Yeah, it was more fun. It was like a huge just party on stage. Everybody's drinking and hanging out. Even though I wanted to hear more Van Halen stuff. But it was a cool show all in all, you know?
Well, I remember that they would flip, right?
Yes.
So some shows Sammy would open, some shows... Man, I'd feel sorry, Roth. I would feel bad for him having to go after Sammy because I would think the best part would be Sammy's show would have been the best out of the entire night because it just seemed like it'd be more fun.
Yeah,
you know.
When I look back, like in my mind at the show, it almost seems it's weird. I know it's not true, but it almost looks like Dave played on the stage. There was obviously the same stage that they played on, right? But it almost seems Dave and his band played on like a trailer or a flatbed that was set up in front of the main stage. And then when Sammy came out, it was just this huge, thing. Yeah, huge, whatever the hell.
Well, then what did it look like then on days when Sammy opened?
They must have taken a long time to get all that shit off the stage. I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's got to be stuff on YouTube of.
Oh yeah, there's
some of
look
that.
for the show we went to, but it was just funny because Roth was like his own biggest fan at the show I went to. Like he would do, he obviously wasn't 1983 Roth, where he was doing the splits and jumping off the riser. He would do like these half kicks. Like
just
where his knee would go up a little bit, and you look around like, yeah. And me and my brother were just giggling.
Anthony, hey man, yeah, man, yeah, I would think like I didn't see that tour, but I would think the Sammy show would have been way more just entertaining. I saw Sammy live, actually. I saw him in '97 on the would have been the Marching to Mars tour, and it was a party. It was definitely a party. And here's how much of a nerd I am or was. The day of that show, actually that weekend, I was at a Star Wars convention in San Francisco. Okay, so I paid like $300 to be like a VIP at this thing, So. So one of the days of that convention, I had to leave early to take Bart from San Francisco to Concord to go to the Sammy show, right? And I just remember it being kind of weird because I was literally hanging out with, Chewbacca. I'm like, oh, dude, I got to split. I got to go see Sammy Hagar. It's just kind of strange, kind of a strange thing.
That is. So Cameron, if you could go back, because if you could go back and see one Van Halen tour, what would it be?
Man, I'm totally torn between two. The 1984 one with Roth or the 51-50 tour with Sammy Hagar. I don't know which one it would be. I'd probably go back and see the 1984 one. Because I've watched Live Without a Net like every single night for years, I could pretty much tell you every single thing that happens on that show. So I'd probably go back to watch the 84 tour because I've seen like the bootleg one from Montreal and it just looks absolutely ridiculous. So I'd probably go watch that. Yeah.
Well, see, Jay and I have another answer.
Yeah.
I think we have the same answer, maybe.
What is it?
A few of us. I think John Biel has the same answer that we have.
Well, I told you mine. I would go back to the Live Without a Net show itself and and say things before Sammy says them in the crowd. And everybody look at me like, "What else is this guy from?"
Or you get up as close as you can. You start yelling your name. So you'd hear. So when you get home, get back. You park the DeLorean, and then you hear yourself in the video. You put in wouldn't that be the weirdest thing? You put in the VHS, and all of a sudden you hear Jay Hannon. You hear like, or yeah, you yell the stuff before Sammy says it.
Yep. Try to jump on stage,
It's just a
yeah,
guitar geek thing for me. I think I'd love to go back and see the '84 tour because I think Eddie's tone was the best on that tour. Like when you watch the live videos, it's just like such a raw, aggressive sound, and it's like he kind of lost that as the years went on. His tone got more refined and stuff, as opposed to being like kind of in your face, and like every time he played it. When you watch that video, you can just tell, like, every single time he played a chord, you would have felt that in your chest. Like, it would have just blown you off your feet. Like, every single time he played a note. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing about that as well is how much his tone changed throughout the years, throughout his career. It still sounded like Eddie Van Halen playing guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, if I, not that I'm anywhere, but if I had different tones like that, like you'd have no idea who it was. Like that's a different. I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh, sorry, Johnny. But yeah, it's just that's how like unique of a player he was. Where it no matter what he played through, it still sounded like Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and speaking about the '84 tour, yeah, that tone, just he definitely, that was the year where he did the most stuff outside of the band. 83, well, 82 to 84 was like, you find most of his like stuff, with other people, and yeah, I think that's just that's just a classic guitar sound,
Did we talk about that new, or maybe it might not be new, but that little meme? It says George McFly is the first person to ever hear Eddie Van Halen play guitar.
No, we haven't talked about that. No.
Oh, I saw that. It's one of those ones where I chuckled when I saw it, and then I put my phone down, and I started laughing about it. And I had to show Jeannie. I was like, oh, this is good. George McFly, the first person to ever hear Eddie Van Halen. Oh, crap. It's getting hot in the room now. So I got Cameron's amplifier in here.
Oh man, I'm glad I don't have the Marshall on, because if it was the Marshall, I'd be sitting like sweating right now.
Well, do you want to talk about that Marshall real quick? And because what year is that Marshall?
I can't even remember, man. It's like completely stock, but it sounds ridiculous. I should actually plug it in and let you guys hear it, because it's stupid. I've never heard a Plexi that sounds like that one before. As an in person, obviously.
Yeah, rip it, man. But, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the only thing is I have it set like it's not been modded, so you have to like dime everything to get it to sound good. So I don't know if it would like feedback and stuff, but yeah, I'll try.
Let's find out. Let's blow YouTube up.
It's only 10 to 2 in the morning.
Give me 2 seconds.
All right. Well, he has a reactive load, so he plugs into that, and then the load box goes in, I guess, to his interface. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm currently trying to get a screen cap for the
George McFly
for Instagram.
Oh, I thought you meant the George McFly meme.
Oh, I looked for it. I Googled it. I didn't see it, but
who sent it? Was it in the Saturday Night thread, or was it just on? Might have been like the Van Halen, one of the Van Halen groups or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's been all over the place. Yeah. Let me try to get it. Well, I'll do just one of these.
Let's see something. I'm not going to plug in. CK wants me to play the intro of Mean Street, but I don't want to get Johnny flagged tonight. So I'll just do a little bit of a yeah, sounds great.
Just do the opposite. Do this part up here, this part down here.
Yeah. It's hard to play it slow. I like lose my spot.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of that stuff. The different tempos really.
Okay, can you get that? Hold on, Cameron. Don't do it yet. So here's the pattern. Those harmonics. And it's also very important to be muting every single string that you're not hitting. Otherwise, when you're hammering the guitar, you know, everything starts ringing out on you. You know, that type of thing. Okay.
Man. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, the relics. Yeah, they're awesome, man.
Yes, they are. Cameron's got one. I got one.
Yeah, but it's just
somebody's sending one to Johnny tomorrow, right? Ooh.
Yeah. Play something. I'll be right back. I drank a little too much water earlier.
You're gonna have to let me know if this is like too loud, by the way, because it's the amps. Like every single thing on the amp is on 10, so we're just gonna have to be careful.
We'll just play real quick and let's see how it is.
Sound all right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. It's a pretty ridiculous sounding amp, man. When you when you hear it like that, you know.
Keep going, man. Keep going.
For a completely stock amp, you know, it's pretty outrageous, but. You have to dig in a lot more on it than you do on the Friedman. You know, like on the Friedman, it's kind of like the gain's a little more. I don't know how to explain it. Like the gain's like a little more forgiving. On the Marshall's kind of like playing a Telecaster, where it's like it's not going to be nice to you. It's just going to like if you make a mistake, it's going to let everybody in the room know that you've made a mistake. You know.
It's not as compressed as the.
Well, I mean, you turn the volume down and it goes like super clean.
Wow.
I don't know how much of that I can play without getting you in trouble.
Jesus. I'm about to sell my stuff now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop before Johnny gets flagged, man.
Just don't play them exact.
Yeah, that's the Marshall.
But when you say before about, you know, digging in and stuff like that, like right now with the microphone being on, you can hear the pick attack, and you definitely notice the dynamics of some notes you don't pick as hard, other ones you're really digging in. But that's, I think some guitar players are missing that. Like they think that everything should be kind of the same and not too hard and stuff like that. Yeah. But when you dig in, it definitely adds something to the tone and the sound, and just adds attitude to it.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely, you know, that whole flutter picking, that whole thing, like, it's not actually, like, I think if you try and do it harder, it doesn't work. But if you do it super light, like, you know what I mean, it works a little easier. It's kind of like, it's just, I think more so for riffs with Eddie. I mean, I don't want to play any riffs, but, like, Drop Dead Legs, for example, you can really hear that, like, when he hits the D chord, it's, you know, it's not just like a super or light thing, but.
And also, you know, picking and the way Eddie like would strum closer to the bridge to get a little more, you know, that you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. I don't want to get Johnny in trouble.
Yeah. You tune? What do you tune? Oh, you're tuned standard with that one?
This one's in standard, yeah. I'm gonna plug back in at the Freeband though, because I can already feel the heat coming off of that thing. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, that amp is older than well, obviously me and Johnny both together.
Let's see. Okay, here's the There we go. I just tagged you
This
guys.
guy plays some Slayer. I don't know if Cameron's ever even listened to Slayer.
On a guitar like that?
Yeah, imagine those guys going up on stage with a pink well, not even a pink, like the powder pink.
Is that it? Yeah, that's us. Okay, cool. All right, I sent out this video on Instagram. Instagram story, EVH Gear Live. Let's see, where are we at? So I've got some unboxings.
Okay.
And we can talk more about Fair Warning as well.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer Cameron wants to go for, because I know it's 6 in the morning over where he is, you know.
It's 6 here. It's 6 p.m. here. Who got the Colonel's popcorn today?
Ooh.
Johnny, I used the promo code and I got my second order of Colonel's today. I ordered 2 bags of popcorn and got a third free. Plus they sent me the wrong flavor, so I have a 4th large bag coming. Dude, who's this?
Yeah. You got a picture of it?
No, but hey, you guys, if you guys like popcorn, make sure to check out Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn. Where are we? Check it out. And yeah, make sure to mention either Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon when ordering, and you get extra stuff.
That should be the theme song. The Metal Wednesday song should be the theme song for Colonel's. The
We're working on that, Renus. Wow. Yeah, so Colonel's popcorn. That's amazing stuff. Congratulations, whoever that was. And yeah, by the way, that phone number on the screen. Yeah, you can text that phone number anytime, day or night. And yeah, send pictures of guitars or screen caps while you're watching us. You know, we love all that stuff, and I send those out during the week as fleets on Twitter and Instagram stories. So, yeah,
Stephen Franklin, I'm going to text and find out if they can do chocolate caramel popcorn right now. Let's find out live on the show right now.
Chocolate
caramel popcorn?
Wait, who's this? Oh my gosh! Yeah, somebody has a whole cabinet full.
Oh my! Is that my cabinet? Send me that, Johnny. Please text me that photo. I gotta send that to him.
Is that Randy? Randy Price? How do you save pictures? Okay. Yeah, I'll send that to you.
He responded with, haha, what about it? Can you make it?
Yeah, can you make it?
I guess it'll
today?
just be like drizzled chocolate on the caramel, as they call it.
It's kind of cool how you notice the difference in like the color on the necks on the Frankenstrats. Like some of them are darker than others and stuff.
Well, you have a first generation, right?
Yeah, mine's just like super dark, man.
Yeah, Caleb has a first generation too, and it was super dark.
It's like, yeah,
look at that.
pretty filthy looking.
Yeah, I mean it's not even close, man.
I don't even think this is in tune, man. Oh.
Wait, how do you have that tuned? Oh, okay. All right, you're half step down. It's got to be. This guitar has to be a half step down. It's got to be.
Oh, the Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankenstein's got to be half step down because that's how it was tuned all those years.
I need some new strings on it, man. The strings are dead.
Man. So leave a thumbs up on this video. If you're brand new, make sure to subscribe. Echo.
Hello, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
He said, "Duh, yes, we can make it." Who's asking? Was it Stephen Franklin or Randy Price? Who asked about the chocolate?
I don't know.
Caramel.
Ask again.
Stephen Franklin. Stephen Franklin, if you order popcorn, before I even ask him this, I'll just say this is probably what you can do. When you order popcorn the next time, in the same thing, the comment section, put about, obviously, Johnny or me or whatever, and then say, I ordered caramel. Can you please make it the chocolate caramel, whatever.
Wow.
Cameron, have you ever played Slayer?
No, man.
Yeah, so somebody, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs was asking you to play Slayer on that pink guitar.
Aren't all our songs kind of just like
A little faster.
Faster and lower.
I can't do that, man. It's not my vibe. The closest I've ever done to that stuff is like those metal tracks that I sent you a long time ago, man. And even then, it's not like that much. Not that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Oh, here's something I forgot to mention, you guys. Anybody that's watching us on YouTube right now, let me know, like on the screen, on the YouTube screen, do you happen to see down where it says the thumbs up button, the share button, the save button, do you happen to see a clip button? Clip, C-L-I-P. Let me know in the chat. Do any of you guys see that? Because that's a new feature here on YouTube. I don't know if I have it, but I must, because in the settings when I was making this video, okay, you guys, some of you saying no. In the settings of this video, I saw that people can actually, you guys know on TikTok how it has where you can do well, where else? Let me just say other places where you can clip sections of somebody's video and repost it to your own channel. I see that I have that feature on this channel because I saw it in the settings. Most of you guys are saying you don't see a clip button though. Yeah. That'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see when that is, because that's a very cool feature.
Speaking of cool features, these guitars are actually really, really great, man. Like, they don't feel like, not that they're cheap, but for what these guitars go for, they really could have charged, way more than they did,
Mm-hmm.
They definitely sound good as well, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure about the Wolfgang pickup at first, but they do sound good.
Yep.
Who is that? It may be only for channel owners.
Oh shoot!
I don't see it. I don't see it. But anyway, yeah, Susan. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, I posted a video today with all these birds. It was very, very bizarre for being that far inland. Though actually, Susan, that movie was actually filmed just south of me.
South of heaven?
Yeah, not too far from where I am now.
Susan wanted to see the back of the Frankie.
Were you going to order the reflectors?
No. Dude, I still haven't done the damn quarter that Rob Johnson sent me before I even got the guitar.
You could tie a string to that and get some free sprites.
Play some free video games.
You know that trick?
Yeah. No, I mean, I also want to do the strap lock, clasp, hook, dog list, whatever the hell thing. I can't find them. I bought them. You know, I bought them like 2 years, like when they first came out or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find them to put them in. So I don't know where I've looked. I have no idea where the hell. I didn't like give them away on a like contest, did I?
I don't know. I'm glad you reminded me because I do have a set of those, and I
Did
need
send them to you.
I need to include them into this case here. I'm glad you reminded me, man. I got to write that down.
Hey, Cameron.
Yep.
If you wouldn't mind, and I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to because this is live internet.
Oh god. I need a
If
pop
you
shield.
could, do you want to give like a tiny, small, like lesson on something, whether it's technique, whether it's practice habits, whether it's a lick to practice to kind of open something up? Are you gonna? I know you're probably gonna text me later and be like, "You jerk."
I could do that, man. It just depends what people want to learn in the chat, unless you want to learn something.
I want to learn a lot, but you know.
What licks do you want to learn, man?
Well, would it be a lick or just something of a technique or a something? I don't know.
I don't know. If anybody in the chat wants to learn anything, then we can go from there. But if you want to learn something, let me know and I can show you right now.
I don't want to embarrass myself live.
Have you got that lick down that I showed you a long time ago? Like
that one? Hold on, I can't. I need 24 frets for that. This only has 22 frets. They forgot to put the other 2 on here, bro.
Is that a 24 fret?
Just 22,
Cameron?
man. Yeah, 22 on this.
Hey, you can do it on 22.
Yeah, it's
No, you just gotta drop it down 2 frets. I can play it on the gem, I think, right? No, I mean, the actions on this is so much better.
Hey, Marcy.
I gotta set the Kramer, the Frankie up. Hold on a second. I gotta mute my microphone.
Marcy, welcome. Welcome. Man.
All right, well, don't teach something as complicated as that lick. No, I'm saying you can't go on like, all right, play this sweep tap whatever the hell it's called. Go ahead, play it real quick so I can embarrass myself.
I can't remember how it goes, man. Play it so I can like remember. He's muted.
Lenny Lou.
It's something like this, and this is gonna be terrible. I haven't played it in a while now. I'm gonna never mind.
Here,
I'll play it
isolate.
slow.
Oh yeah, you do need 24 frets for that. I forgot about that.
Right? Are those the right notes?
Yeah, I totally forgotten how to play that, man. You need the.
Oh, I need to teach you. Okay, so Cameron, grab your guitar, take the training wheels off.
You do need 24 frets for that.
We'll just drop it down 2 frets.
I thought it was this. Hang on.
What?
I totally forgot about the slidey
I can't play at half that speed. I'm not even gonna. You son of a gun! I thought I was playing at like full speed at first. No. I can't even. Oh my god!
I'll tell you one thing, man. One of the licks that really kicked my ass in recent times. There's this one lick on Spanish Fly. I don't know if I play one lick from Spanish Fly, will that get you in trouble, Johnny? I don't know. Hopefully not.
You can do it. Play it faster. Play it faster and lower.
Play it faster. So there's one lick right before
or
the
slower and
tapping
higher.
part. Slower and higher. I'll play it up here. I don't know if it'll work up there. Huh? Yeah, I guess I can do it there. There's one part on Spanish Fly that's kind of like this, but not in that key. And it's like it kicked my ass when I tried to learn it. It's not even difficult, but like it's the one that's like. You know that one? That I found that really difficult to learn that at first because it's like it's such a weird. So it's like
because of the stretch.
You know, like right before the tapping part. That part I found that so difficult to play when I first learned that, man, because I was kind of like, because I always thought it was just like. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that you had the middle note in there, and like with doing that without picking it, it's like a really, it's just such a unnatural feeling thing to do, you know.
What were the frets on that? Or what the?
So it's why have I forgotten?
Like
It's
I
five.
can't see the neck.
So there you go. You got 5, 7, and 3. Does that make sense? So it goes like.
You want to do the middle one first.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
It's 5-7-3.
yeah, and then open.
Yeah.
Oh, so I know that the tricky part is going from your fingers automatically want to go to 7 to 5 again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so it's yeah, you got to get over that.
It's like a really weird thing to get.
Yeah,
your fingers
instantly
used to.
you
Oh.
want to
about
do
that.
a pull off from 7 to 5.
Yeah, especially when you move up as well. You know what I mean? So it's like. I used to, when I first learned it, I just sat and practiced that, like over and over and over again. You know,
That's what you got to do, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a
Jesus.
Yeah,
When
it's
you
a
hear
weird-
it and I watch you do it, I'm like, that doesn't look hard at all.
That's
And
what I
when you
thought.
do
But
it, I feel like this is my first time picking up a guitar. Like lifting that ring finger up in time to do the pull off from 7 to 3 is like, oh.
there's a lot of like little nuanced things on Spanish Fly that are kind of like that. For example, like the bit before, like the descending lick before that, you know, he goes like that, you know, like yeah, that thing. I always just thought it was, but he actually hits a chord there, you know. Like,
Yeah.
It goes like and I never knew that before, but once you do it, it sounds so right, you know, as opposed to just doing that thing.
You hear that little lick at the end right there is neat, man.
Tough one, like the.
That's
that thing.
Jesus.
Not playing anymore though. I don't want to get in trouble.
Man.
But,
Well,
yeah.
if it's broken up like that, it probably wouldn't be an issue, right? I don't know.
I love that. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Spanish Fly is definitely a harder thing to play than Eruption is, because it's just, especially on a nylon string acoustic guitar, like that's just madness, you know. But I love the tapping at the end of that track. There's that one lick. It's just so aggressive the way he plays it, you know. That's one of the things I was talking about earlier about the, like how hard he picked notes. Because you see, and I'm not going to be like a bad guy saying this, I hope, but like you see some people covering this, like I've taught people like this section of Spanish Fly, and they always go like, and it's like, no, he picks like the, to get like that sort of aggressive sound, you know.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can actually hear the pick.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like that part's like really, it's like an aggressive thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's not just like lightly picked, you know.
Hey, Bo.
It's the same with on Eruption, man. That I was teaching someone that the other day over Skype, and it's like to get that lick down. It's like you have to play it pretty. Like there's a certain way of playing it to get it to sound right, you know, if that makes sense.
Does anybody else want to quit playing guitar watching Cameron play some of the stuff, man? Jeez.
Man.
It's cool.
Halface just said that we got a lawsuit on our hands because he just tried that one stretch and he dislocated his finger. So we're in trouble.
Wasn't me.
I didn't do it. Wow, man.
I remember when I was a kid, I tried to do the whole, that big stretch. That thing, but I used to try and move it further down because, like, as my hands were getting bigger as I was growing up, I tried to like just move it, see how far I could move it down. I got to like here, and then that's about as much as I could do before like my hands start breaking on me.
So what's that? Is that 5 to what?
Wow.
What was that stretch? 5 to what? Or 6?
So it's like 5 to 12.
I need to use my feet for this. Dude.
False Flag
you
already
kinda-
put his guitars on reverb.
Yeah, cool. What do you got there, buddy?
He's got a new record coming out, and he's selling his guitars already.
Yep. And all of a sudden, guitars, I guess 2020, and even so far this year, they're on record pace for guitar sales. Not after this show, everyone's selling them now because of Cameron making everybody sell their stuff.
Yeah. I never understood that, man. I mean, for me, if I get inspired by somebody, you make it your own thing.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna unbox a couple things.
All right, while you're unboxing that, Cameron, you talk about you were showing people over Skype. You might as well take this time to plug some guitar. Like if anybody wants a Cameron Brown guitar lesson, what do they do?
Just hit me up on Instagram if you want a guitar lesson, but make sure you don't hit me up at 6 a.m. my time or I'll kill you.
Whoa, hey now.
Now we're flagged.
Man.
Oh, wow.
When you do the old yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
And those are the USA wound Wolfgang pickups. For
Yeah.
anybody wondering.
Yeah, the ones that are in the box. Those are the ones actually assembled in Corona.
Yep.
Oh, now we're flagged.
Oh yeah. Oh. And the difference.
Oh no, the magic word.
Yeah.
Corona, California. I've been there. I saw them. I saw them putting these together. I saw the bobbins. They had huge, I don't know, buckets of them. And I saw the wax potting station as well, where they dip it in the wax.
Dip through the dip.
They dip it in the wax.
Wait, which one's that? Is that the new one?
Mine?
Is that the new Wolfgang you just pulled out?
No.
Oh, because I was going to say, if you
no.
want to know the difference, if you want to know if yours was wound in, the USA pickup or the Mexican wound ones, the magnets or the poles on the, not the screw heads, but these
slugs.
ones, the slugs. There you go. They're raised on the USA wound ones, and they're flat to the bobbins on the Mexican wound ones. So that's how you can tell the difference. Is that coming through at all or no? Kinda. Slightly.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, kind of.
Almost.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've played this thing.
Wow. Okay, so there's one. Right there, there's one box. And thank you, you know who.
Oh, you're welcome, Johnny.
Even though I bought these myself. So I know what's in these boxes because I ordered them myself. But thank you to you know who for getting these. And eventually they're going to be put in that box, and that's going to be mailed away. And Jason McNamara, dude.
Hey, wait a minute, Jason. What's up, dude?
Haven't seen you in the chat for a long time, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here's another one.
Got a new. Maybe we could talk about that in a minute. Jason's got a new. Would it be a plugin for? Cameron, you might be able to describe it more than I could, but
it's basically a. I hope I get this right. It's basically a plugin like for Final Cut, and it's for like guitar demo videos. So, say you're switching through your pickups. It's got like a picture like well pickups.
it's like an animation or a diagram of your pickup.
So like
layout.
When you like turn the volume up, the volume on the video like turns up and stuff, and it just basically to show people like how you're getting the tones with that guitar to show that kind of stuff off.
Instead of like, okay, now I'm using the front pick, the split on this one, and it's this one. It shows you on the screen what the pickup selection you have. It's pretty cool, man.
I think it can do it for the whole like coil tap stuff as well.
Ooh, Johnny. Yeah.
Nice.
Here's the next one. And this is cool. I've never had a chrome covered Wolfgang pickup before, so this is
nice, man.
This is exciting.
Very cool. And yes, Bozique, he asks, where to go? Just to clarify, the Wolfgang pickups on my special are the same as the USA or no? I know the Indonesian standards and are generic foreign pickups. Well, then I wouldn't consider them generic. I think they're all. I mean, I don't know where they wind those ones, but I know Japanese and Chinese specials are the USA wound ones. And then now the only ones that they make that have the USA wound pickups are the USA models. But that's a Japanese special back there that I just had out, and that has the USA wound ones in it. Boner Jams, what's up, man?
Hey now.
Boner Jam's got a defective guitar.
Oh, the guitar that I was waiting for the other day?
Yep.
Oh,
See what happens when I'm involved?
It's something's rubbing off, man.
Yep, rubbing out. So I'll show you the video if you want of what happened.
Oh my gosh.
So here's I might not be able to hear it, but ready?
Oh man.
I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny. It's got
So the bridge pickup is microphonic.
Is that what
That's what that is, yeah. So it sounds like the pickup isn't potted. So it just feeds back uncontrollably.
You know what I don't understand? I don't know how a guitar can leave a factory like that. Like
I don't know either.
It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. It's like it actually frustrates me when I see stuff like that, because it's like, what is the quality control in these places? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. The funniest. Hey there, Bo. The funniest part of the video, besides the screeching, it's like he's standing in front of an amplifier that's on 10, is him not being able to find the pickup selector. Watch it again. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. He's waited 10 months for this guitar. He's waited 10 months for this guitar to come into stock and to get it. And it's broken. Cameron, I bet you never had that problem with your Sir guitars, have you?
Not once, man.
That's what I hear. Well, tell everybody, because you're a Sir endorsee. When you mentioned quality control, you told me one time that when they build the neck, I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly because I've not seen the video for a long time. But when Sir build a neck, it basically sits the neck on its own, just sits in a rack for I can't remember. It's like a couple of
month.
months. Yeah, month. Yeah, sits in a rack for a month, and if it even moves like the slightest bit, then they scrap it and start all over again, kind of thing. So like they actually like cut the wood in half and throw it away and then start all over again. That's how. That's why it takes a long time to get a Sir guitar. Because another thing that's really cool about them is the guitars come with a lifetime guarantee. So if I was to drop this and break the neck off it, I could just send it back, and they would put a new neck on it and send me the guitar back, which is really cool of them to do that, you know. Yeah, but that's for everybody.
Whoa! So, dude, so you could smash a guitar after every show.
Yep.
Get a new guitar, as long as you don't toss it into the audience. You got to make sure to put it back in its case.
I couldn't believe that they do like a lifetime. Like I couldn't believe that they do like a lifetime guarantee, but that's what they do, just in case like anything. I guess it's because they believe in their product so much, which is a cool thing, you know.
Dude, think about that. I mean, you know, when they build your neck, when they put whether it's rosewood on top of the maple or maple on maple, whatever it is, it's going to sit for a month just to make sure that is those two woods or whatever are perfect. They don't. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. There's no like frets
Not yet, Bo.
or anything like that, you know. Like I don't know if you can see how well that neck is. I'm sitting on the lead, but if I put it up there like that, like you can see how well the frets are putting in on it and stuff. You know, it's like it's pretty straight as well. I don't know. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, you know.
I mean, that neck is absolutely. Is that a one piece maple?
It's a two piece.
Okay.
So like, you can kind of see the.
Yeah, I see the line.
There,
okay.
Yeah. But. Yeah, man, it's I think it's the best guitar I've ever played, man. Sounds ridiculous.
Man.
But
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, I mean the guitar takes punishment as well, you know, like you can tell when a guitar's well built because even though it doesn't have a Floyd Rose on it, it doesn't go out of tune. You know, you can tell when a guitar's like set up properly and stuff, and that's just how it came out of the box, you know. But
well, then there's something else too. Like when if these things get shipped to stores, they tell them not to touch them, right?
Yeah, they're not to mess with the setup or anything like that. And if there's a guitar that's not right, it gets sent back to Sir, basically. So that shops don't like screw up the setup on their guitars.
Well, I mean, how many times have any of us been to a music store, and you grab a guitar off the rack or off the wall, and it might as well be a violin. It might as well have been one of Johnny's guitars with the inch off the fretboard action. You know?
Yeah.
How are you going to sell a guitar like that?
They're all like so loud acoustically as well, you know. Like even just strumming a chord, it's like pretty loud, which is a good sign of a good guitar. You know, if they're really like resonant and stuff. But I think that's got a lot to do with the roasted like neck. Because I don't know what roasting the neck does. It takes the moisture out of the wood basically to stop it from like going banana shaped if you take it to a different climate. But it definitely makes it more resonant for sure.
Well, so far the only roasted neck that I had was the Petrucci, and it felt amazing and it was very resonant. But like I said before, like I had two of them and neither one of them even stayed anywhere near in tune. So
yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
They had to go.
You should buy a Sir.
I want to see him make a couple 7 strings, man. You know, I think they could really. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't need me to say that. You should have some 7-string. You know, just normal models. But I think
the 7 strings is definitely more a custom thing. I mean, the thing about Sir, man, is only like not even that long ago they were just a custom shop. So like you couldn't buy production guitars from them. The only way you could get a Sir guitar was by phoning them up and waiting like 6 months or however it was for them to build you one. But their production guitars are basically the guitars that you see in shops, like the production guitars. They're what people have like mostly ordered, so they take the parts like, oh, okay, they like a roasted neck, they like this basswood body and like a maple top and stuff, you know. So they take them and kind of make them, but yeah, Sir's like it's mostly a custom shop thing if you want a 7-string, but they will build you one, you know.
Yeah, no, I've went on that one website. I forget what is it? Something music, Matt's music.
Matt's music, yeah.
Yeah, and I've built about 40 different different 7-strings. But again, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I can guarantee you, man, if you were to buy a Sir guitar, that you would enjoy it.
Dude, I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about Sir guitars. You know, it's Jason saying Sir do make 7-strings. I've seen them in stores over here.
Yeah, so I don't know what store it is. I can't remember. I think it begins with an O. But they order. There's like a lot of shops that do that, like Wild West Music. Is it Wild West Guitars or something like that in America?
Yeah, the store will order. Yeah, the store will custom order.
Yeah, they order like a whole bunch of custom guitars, and that's probably how Japan have got some 7-strings just in the shop.
And now Ben Tom is saying that Reverb just had a 7-string. Yeah, Cameron was trying to get me to buy that one. Yep.
Ben Tom, welcome, man.
Hey now.
Good to see you, man. Man.
Yep.
Let's see. Where are we?
Well, Cameron, CK is saying that you're the best guest ever.
Oh, you're two kings, man.
That's pretty cool.
Come back tomorrow night.
Did you guys start at like 5 a.m.?
Yeah, I know. How late is that? You'll be waking up.
Exactly.
We go live when you're having breakfast watching us, probably.
I remember actually it was a while back, now it was a few months ago, but I remember waking up in the morning and I saw like on my phone it was like, oh, Johnny Beane's live now, like Saturday night. So I was like, oh, put it on. You guys are still talking, and I'm just getting out of my bed, like waking up doing my thing, you know. Blew my mind.
Man, yeah, we have a great time doing these shows, and yeah, and if anybody that's brand new to this, make sure to subscribe to the channel or like the page wherever you're watching this, and let us, drop some comments below.
Jason's saying he's got both of the new Ibanez AZ 7-strings with the roasted maple necks here at the moment. You know, I was actually contemplating getting that new Martin Miller version. He has the new MM7 signature model. But there's a couple things. The headstock is the first thing. And I know that's bougie and all that crap to say I don't like the headstock. But if I'm getting an Ibanez, these headstocks are awesome. You know what I mean? I need an Ibanez with this headstock on it. And the other thing, it has the Godot style trem on it. Again, I want an Ibanez with either an Edge or a Low Pro.
It's got a 510.
Yeah, maybe it is the 510. And I heard, I don't know if it's if they stay in tune that well. I mean, obviously it's not a Low Pro, so it's not gonna never go out of tune. But I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
The Goto or Goto trims, however you pronounce it, they're really good, man. They don't go out of tune. As long as you've got locking tuners and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they said about my music, man. Those don't go out of tune. You just can't use the trem on it. That's all. That's all it is.
This one doesn't go out of tune.
Man. Well, Wayno, where is Wayno? What time zone are you? Must be East Coast then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, when we start the Saturday night shows, it's only 9:00.
Ben Tom's asking if any of my Srs have the Wilkinson bridge. Not at the moment, man. I just use all the Goto 510 trims, but I'd definitely like to try one at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that Pete Thorne has?
Maybe, but Pete Thorne has the locking saddles on his guitars now.
I'm sure that's a Wilkinson trim. It's like this, but it locks. Like there.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. He's in Boston. Wayno is.
Boston. Okay, yeah. So yes, you're East Coast.
Dude, I get it, man. You know, especially now with like a 1-year-old doing that, waking up, you know, going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning on those Saturday nights, Sunday mornings. It's rough. It's rough. And remember John Biel? Remember last Saturday? I had to watch it again. John Biel towards the end. He's like, "Oh, I gotta work." What was it? I gotta work Monday. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, I gotta get out of here soon. I gotta work Monday." He doesn't have any kids. It's a Saturday night, and he's complaining that he has to go to bed because he has to work in 2 days. I was like, "What? Get out of here, man! Get out of here with that crowd. I don't want to hear that."
Well, that probably means he has to go to bed earlier on Sunday night.
So,
you know? So if he gets out of bed at noon, he's only got 8 hours of his Sunday.
I don't want to hear it.
Or whatever.
I don't want to hear it.
Right? John Biel's not even here.
Yeah, so I can really rip on him. Jason, we got to chat soon, man. I haven't talked to Jason in a while.
Yeah. We haven't seen. Jason, I see you on Facebook from time to time.
Jason's part of the reason why my sleeping pattern's so bad, because he decides to call me and teach me theory at like 4 a.m.
Well, he's, I think, either 11 or 12 hours opposite of me, depending on stupid daylight savings time, which they should just get rid of. It's the dumbest thing ever. So that would mean, well, Jason, what time is it over there now? Is it 9:40 a.m.? So he's just waking up with the morning wood. There's a dent in, if he's a stomach sleeper, he has a dent in his bed, you know, on the mattress. Cameron, play a lick. Let's hear something real quick.
Yeah, I got to get some more water.
Just about done a backflip there. That was that was close. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can do it or if I'm gonna screw it up. I screwed it up. Hold on. Why do I feel nervous now?
Because you got 7,000 people watching you. Frig yeah, man.
See what I mean by the Freeman's a little more forgiving on notes. You know, you can do all that sort of metal stuff.
Man. Damn. Cameron Brown doth unlock achievement number 420. Rock my face off Sofa King hard. Yeah.
Man.
It's killer, man.
I'm all warmed up now. It feels good.
Keep going. Johnny wants to hear that again.
Huh?
Go. This kid's ripping now.
Ben Tom, thank you, man.
Go, rip it again. Go ahead. Go.
chunky guitar. I can't believe I screwed up that.
Wow.
Stick. Man.
That's awesome, dude. Hey, Bob. Keep playing, he says.
Dude, this is so difficult, man. I think this is the longest in my entire life that I've not played a Van Halen song. It's so difficult, man. I keep wanting to like break it. I'm the one, but I just can't do it. You know?
Yeah.
That's as much I'm the one that you're gonna get.
Yeah, this stuff's the internet's getting tricky, man. You know, because we're live on YouTube and Facebook, and it's gonna get to the point where you can't even play any known riff or anything because it'll just shut off. You know. Have you noticed that on you do Instagram lives, right?
Man, it's one thing I've never been. It happens to me on YouTube, but on Instagram, I've never been flagged for anything. But a lot of my friends have been flagged for, it comes up like your video's been blocked due to copyright stuff, and it's never happened to me on Instagram, which is weird. I don't know if I'm like immune to it for some reason. Maybe I'm just not that good. Yeah. The guy's like, oh, it's so bad. He's playing the song terrible. I guess it's nothing. We'll just leave him alone.
No, it's probably more along the lines like that is exactly how it is. So that must be the person who wrote that music. So we're just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
Jason wants to jump in, but I told him I got to leave in a few minutes, and Cameron is shredding. So I don't know how long you guys want to stay on for, but I got to leave in a few.
Well, it's 5 in the morning where he is.
Yeah, I feel bad.
If anything, Cameron needs to leave. Cameron, you should have left 2 hours ago.
I'm all good, man. Actually, because I knew I was coming on the show tonight.
I feel horrible when you're on because it's so late.
Dude, it's fine. I've got a guitar in my hands, man. I'm not going to go to sleep anytime soon, you know.
And a Sprite.
And a Sprite, yeah.
And what's that jar of Vaseline doing over there? It's so close to the amplifier where it's just like it's liquid Vaseline. So hot.
Yeah, Jason, next time, man. Next time, let's plan. Let's plan something.
Yeah, because I definitely want to get him on to talk about that whatchamacallit, that new plugin that he's got.
The thing.
Yeah.
And the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, well, we can start winding down. I mean, it was never. Although we just hit 100 viewers right now. Thank you. Leave a thumbs up. Yeah. Well, let's talk about fair warning a little bit before everybody falls asleep. 40th anniversary yesterday, and this is just the cover. I took the record out because I was in the car filming an Instagram live yesterday, and I didn't want the record warping,
melting, turning into the Vaseline. Never mind.
You know. But Cameron, what's your favorite song on this record, or what's like your top? What are your top tunes? The ones that you.
Dirty Movies is probably my favorite song off of that album, man. I love the riff. Like right after the slide part, and then it goes into the riff. I'd probably say after Dirty Movies, it would be Unchained, and then Mean Street, then Hear About It Later. That's probably like my favorite tunes off of that album. I'd probably say Mean Street and Unchained. I'm gonna stick with the list that I came up with the first time.
Jay, what about you? What are your favorite?
Mean Street. Man, this album has so many good songs on it. One Foot Out the Door to me is an unfinished song. That song could be a little. It just seems like they rushed it, kind of thing. And what is up with the track listing on that?
Huh?
What's up with the track listing on that?
Oh, because it's
wrong. Who was that? The original track listing that they had, and then they switched it up.
I mean, it's the original vinyl.
Is that that's the original vinyl? It's not like a reprint or
no. This is 1981. This is the original.
I wonder if did they ever fix it? I wonder if they ever fixed it because it's Mean Street, Dirty Movie, Sinner Swing, Hear About It Later, Unchained, Push Comes to Shove, So This Is Love, Sunday Afternoon in the Park, One Foot Out the Door. So I think
you're right. I've never, not that I can remember. Yeah. Well, I mean, on the vinyls, you know, the songs weren't always in the correct order. Like if you look at, I think 0812, I think they're in a different order as well. I think. John Beale. But yeah,
so many different moods on this album. I mean, Mean Street makes you want to, you know, makes you feel like you're untouchable, you know.
Hey, Jeremy.
I remember the first time I heard like Sinner Swing when Roth dropped the F-bomb. I was like, how old was I? You know, 7 years old or something when I first heard it, 8 years old. And I was just like, holy crap. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part you would turn up. Like
yeah,
you knew
he said that with conviction.
You knew it was coming up, so you turned it up and then you would giggle.
Ben Thomas saying different order so it fits on the vinyl media. Is that is that the actual order on the vinyl?
No.
Okay.
No, the vinyl is the exact same as what you know. Yeah, sometimes the songs are in alphabetical order. I mean, they're not here, but
I mean, Unchained has arguably one of the coolest, heaviest riffs in all of rock. I mean, that opening riff is just Jesus, you know. Obviously, I said before, the intro to Mean Street is the coolest intro I think ever of a song. And that album has like so many different, you know, just feelings in it. I don't know if that's the right word. You know, moods, emotions. You know, there's different stuff going on when you listen to different songs. It kind of puts you in a different space. Like, you know, the beginning of whatchamacallit? Hold on a second.
Man.
Yeah, before I embarrass myself and say the wrong song. So the intro to Push Comes to Shove, right? I always pictured Roth sitting at a bar. You know, does it seem cold in here to you? You know, man, is there anything left in that bottle? You know, I picture him like being at a bar, you know, singing that like at the bar, you know. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's just certain songs you like almost visualize, you know, what is going on.
I always kind of put that and the talking parts from Hoffer Teacher. I kind of put them in kind of the same scene, you know, where Roth is talking to the other guys, and it's the same thing in Hoffer Teacher where they're all talking to each other, and you know, hey Miles. But yeah, myself. I would say my top tracks, yeah, Unchained, definitely. Mean Street, Sunday Afternoon in the Park. I've always been a huge fan of.
Yeah, that's just cool, and just,
you know, the electric. Where is it? I have the app.
There's an app for that.
Is this thing on? Does this seem cold in here to you?
And I'll give you a pet peeve of, because obviously Unchained is one of, you know, everybody loves playing the intro riff to that. My pet peeve is when people don't, you know, after the there's 4 chugs, goddammit. 4! There's 4 chugs in the beginning of Unchained. When people do 3, I instantly turn it off. Bennett. There's 4. And then every other time he does it, it's normal. It's 3.
Let's see if this thing starts. This thing is like so old. If I can get it going before we wrap up, I'll play some of the. I've got the app of the Electro-Harmonix synthesizer that Edward used on Sunday afternoon, and actually it comes with a setting, so it's the exact same sound.
Oh yeah, you had that on there. You pulled that out. You whipped that out on a Saturday Night Live a few months ago, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. I played it several times over the years on this stuff. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, in the chat,
dude, you're right. This pickup in this guitar, because I was instantly before I even got this thing, I was like, I'm gonna change out the Wolfgang pickup and put something else in there.
Yeah, it's a chunky pickup for sure. I can't remember it.
it's too heavy.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Oh,
there it is. So that's it. That's a digital version of what it actually looks like. Okay, let's hope this thing doesn't freeze on me. Let me get to it. In the chat, what are your favorite songs of Fair Warning? Sunday afternoon. Here it is. Is this thing turned on? There we go.
Plug it in.
I'm gonna turn down a little because it might be a little too loud. See if you guys can hear this.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is too loud.
No, it's not too loud. It's not. You could actually turn it up a tit.
And you can tell this is the stuff they used for all the John Carpenter stuff. I mean, it's like the guy's walking into the bushes, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
don't go that way. It's like, wait a minute, that guy's standing behind you. Look out!
And then the
What key you doing that in?
I just pick one. I don't know.
Play it in D. Oh, you're out of tune. Are you out of tune? Are you normal?
I'm in drop D now. No, I'm in D flat. D flat. I'm half step down. So E flat, but with drop D after that.
Actually, since this is an old synthesizer, I can actually tune it. So I can actually tune. The old ones, you could actually tune them themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Sunday afternoon setting, and that's the same sound. Yeah, Nerd Halen, we got flagged many times tonight.
It's Cameron's fault.
My bad.
Blame Scotland.
Blame
And
the
then
Scottish guy.
actually, if you actually want to mess with some of the Eddie would actually mess with with some of the settings, like the he would actually play this live. He would actually
iPad?
use this. Oh, this might be too loud now, though. What filter do I want to mess with? There we Man, we need those drums. That's what we need. Cameron, do you have a drum set there?
I've got a piano. That's about it.
Yeah.
Hey, see the front horn on our guitars is different. See that?
Is it? Oh, I can't see here.
Yours looks better than mine. I'm returning mine. It's going back.
Oh.
I got a split, boys.
Yeah, I should probably do the same.
Last question here. Shane, since all three of you are guitar players, can I ask your thoughts on guitar makers going back to 2-point non-locking trems after Ed spent all that time helping Floyd perfect the double locking tremolo?
I mean, my opinion before anybody else would be, and I could be wrong on this, but I mean, obviously, double locking is more of a pain in the ass. And it seems like, when a lot of these shredders get a little older, that they're not doing as many gymnastics on the whammy bar as they used to. And also with the locking tuners, that could have a lot to do with it as well. Cameron or Johnny?
I like both. I like the Floyd Rose, and I also like the non-locking trems. But I think if you've got like locking tuners, a good trem, and the guitar's set up right, then you don't need it.
I mean, that's what you have, and basically what he's talking about is what you have on that guitar right there.
Yeah, I think, man, it's very difficult to put this guitar out of tune. So I think Floyd's are great. Like, I'm a huge fan of Floyd's, but they're a massive pain in the ass when it comes to like going into drop D and all of that, unless you have a D tuner. And also, like if you have those Floyds that go right the way back, if you snap a string on stage, then your whole guitar goes out. It's just things like that, are a bit of a pain.
And your guitar sounds like.
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons to both. Floyd's are great though. I mean, I enjoy using Floyd's. Because you can do all that kind of ridiculous stuff where the strings fall off it and it still stays in tune. I like that stuff good. But don't forget, the first sort of couple of Van Halen albums were done without a Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
And even without tremolos.
Yeah. I mean, Eruption was recorded, like all of those songs were recorded on just like an old vintage 60s Fender trem. So, can't go wrong with that. I think a lot of it comes down to how well the guitar's set up. Like how the neck is, and making sure like it's not, when you see like guys that have got Floyds on a body that rests on the body, but their Floyd's still like that. I never understood that people that have their trems set up so they're like up like this. It's like,
yeah, I know. I see it a lot on the Ibanez boards and stuff like that on Facebook. Somebody will have a low pro.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody will have a low pro edge, and it'll be like they'll have it where it's flat to the body like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, look at the saddles. The saddles are pulled back. There's a, but every, certain things are different.
Good night, Carol. And yeah, Bo.
With your other trem, Cameron, the whole flutter thing.
Do that this one? I don't even know. You can do it with the moderns. I don't know about this one. Yeah, you can do it.
Do that anymore.
Hold up. I think you can do it with this guitar, anyway. It's probably not as much as like the Ibanez stuff, but you can do that.
Yeah.
That thing. These
Johnny,
trams
what
are
do you
great,
think?
man. So you can do all that crazy dive and stuff, and it doesn't go out.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
And by the way, Bowware. No, Jay can't see the Facebook chat.
No, and I have to go in a minute anyway. But Johnny, so what do you think? The reason why it seems like a lot of guitar players are going away from the, double locking?
Because it's just easier, and like, with that guitar that Cameron has with your locking tuners, I mean, if if it's that, it's just less of a hassle. Changing the strings, busting the strings. You got to have the wrench, which
Yeah.
we do, sponsor, the hex hider, all that stuff. But you just do what's easy,
It's even like a lot of guitar players are moving away from real amps now, because it's easier to use a digital thing.
Oh, eventually they'll be moving away from guitars, and they'll just like
Just have an app on the
I'm not even
iPad.
playing guitar. Well, after tonight, a lot of people are false flag. Thank you, Evertune. He's actually all his guitars are on reverb now. So
I've heard if an Evertune is set up properly, they're awesome. But I also heard, and I don't know this for sure, but I've heard it from multiple guitarists that say the tone isn't as good. Like there's definitely a degradation in tone from by using an Evertune guitar. It's not the same. But again, I don't know this firsthand. I've just heard it, but I've heard it from more than a few guitarists that have tried them and said that it doesn't something about the tone and the sound of them isn't right or isn't the same.
I had a real weird experience with one of those trems years ago. Do you know that guitar company? Is it Mayonnaise or Mayons?
Yeah,
or,
Mayans or whatever it is.
They had a guitar in my local guitar shop, and it had the True Temperament frets, the ones that are all like weird.
Squiggly.
So it had those, and it had an Evertune trem on it. Well, not a trem, like an Evertune bridge thing. And I shit you not, man, you could go like that, but the tone would just stay like that. You bend the strings and it wouldn't change.
It wasn't set up properly.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, I'm bending strings and the note's not changing. What's going on?
Yeah, because Andy James, he uses Evertune bridges, and obviously, I mean, Andy James is phenomenal. You can't argue with his tone. But I mean, he bends the shit out of notes, and they bend. So you have to set those things up properly. Also, I think one thing we're missing, gentlemen, is when you're using a double locking bridge, you're locking here. So you're taking away whatever resonance is going into the headstock, by the string being, completely through. It's getting cut off. And guys like Yngwie Malmsteen, they say that, when that's cutting off some of the resonance, you're losing some by locking the strings there. So that could have a part to do with it as well.
So you got to play faster.
And you got to play the same lick at the start of every solo. I was talking to Cameron about that yesterday on the phone. Like, that's the beginning of every Malmsteen solo. Is that?
It's always got one of those.
Yeah.
And it followed by the.
Let's see how many styles Cameron can play in real quick. Paul Gilbert.
Oh, he does the whole thing.
Joe Satriani.
Oh man, I actually can't do him. That sounded
Oh,
so bad.
well, I hope not.
I
Steve
don't know.
Vai?
I've not got a wah. Steve Vai, I need to play with my tongue to do all that stuff, man.
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, well, if I've done that all night,
I know.
Man.
Do you know any licks by this guy?
By Michael
Johnny Beane.
By Johnny Beane. Man. That's my bass impression.
Jesus.
Bass impression.
CC DeVille. How about that?
How long have you got so I can chuck on some makeup first, man?
Hey, Robot.
This might be some of the best guitar playing we've had, I think, on this show. I don't think that can be argued.
Awesome. All right, I know you gotta go, and I know it's 8 a.m. where you are.
Now it's bedtime where Cameron is now. He's got.
It's next week where I am right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're brand new to these shows. Leave some comments down below on playback. You know, we like to reply to those. And let me say thank you to our channel members here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all your support. And look for a new video for you guys in the channel members section. I uploaded something earlier today, so check it out.
Plug your social.
Yeah, Cameron, where can we find you on the internet?
Mostly on Instagram. It's just Cami B with 2 E's, like the insect, 1 after that, then you'll find me. So Cami B1. But yeah, I don't really post on anything else apart from Facebook every now and then.
Well, Johnny, I think we talked about that. Was it last week or something, or maybe it was something else I was on? That, like, you know, Cameron has, what do you have, like 56 or 57,000 Instagram followers, something like that, right?
Yeah, I've got 56,000 then.
Yeah, and like your Twitter is like 100 and something, right?
I think I've got like I think it's 300 on Twitter. But I post 371 on Twitter, but I post like once every 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. But still, it's weird. It's like McRocklin's the same thing. He's got a booty load on Instagram, and he posts to other platforms, but he's still like, Instagram is still the number one thing for him. You know,
I think Instagram is just the easiest. It's the easiest platform to post on, because it's like you're just scrolling through videos and pictures, as opposed to like Twitter is like a really political place, and then Facebook's just full of nonsense.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So
yeah, it's different everywhere, you know, because I'm everywhere. I've always been, you know, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, wherever there is, Google. And as you can say all day long, hey, follow me here, follow me there, people are only going to follow you at on their favorite place.
Yeah,
you know, and it's how it is. But yeah, so make sure everybody follow Cameron over on Instagram, CamiB1.
That's the one,
right? Okay, Jay Hannon, his is on the screen right there.
That's right. Follow, because we don't have anything. So follow. Please follow. please follow us.
Please.
For crying out loud.
Lately, I've been needing some more love over on Facebook. So like at Johnny Beane TV on Facebook. Thank you.
There we go.
There's Cameron when he had hair.
Man,
long hair.
It's slowly growing back. I was just saying that to Johnny earlier before we started the show. It's like I decided to cut my hair off, and then we went into lockdown in the UK, and hairdressers have been shut for like a year. So my hair's just like doing its thing. I don't even know what this is supposed to be though. Right?
It's like the Eric Martin, Mr. Big haircut when he cut his.
Honestly, my friend, one of my friends said to me the other day, she was like, "You look like you should join the Beatles," and I was like, "Right, that's it. I need to go get a razor. I'm just gonna make myself bald."
The Beatles.
Man. All right, we are out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Saturday Night Live with your host, John BL. There he is with the Colonels. We have a great time.
Show that one more time. I gotta see it. Kickstart my heart.
I was gonna say, is that Vince Neil? But I didn't want to say.
Yeah.
Pig out on Colonels. Fat.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow night. What?
He was waving.
I was waving. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. I feel like everybody's going to bed now. That's what it seems like.
It's probably the most camp wave you'll ever get from me. Bye.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Johnny Bean TV. What am I forgetting anything? I feel like I'm forgetting.
You're forgetting to hit the end button.
Oh. All right. Bye.